We often hear that debt is bad, destructive, and you shouldn't get anywhere close to debt. While there's some truth to that, it's not fair to say debt is completely bad. I would say debt is like a double-edged sword, or like fire, as some people like to say. It can be incredibly useful, but also quite dangerous if not handled properly. What I'm about to show you in this video is something you probably shouldn't try to do. This is rather for educational purposes. The most familiar form of debt are credit cards, which are within the reach of most people. And if you follow my 5 golden rules of credit card, you should be fine. But today I'm going to show you how I use my credit card to invest and achieve a nice boost in income. For this to work, the most important part is that I needed a credit card with a promotional offer of 0% APR on purchases for the first 2 years. It's not difficult to get, and there are many credit cards out there offering 0% APR. Now, many investment platforms won't allow you to directly invest using a credit card, right? So it's a bit of a vicious cycle using debt to invest. So for the next step, I needed to shift my expenses onto the credit card and use the surplus money to invest. So instead of repaying the full balance every month as I usually do, I repay the minimum balance. By doing this, you can defer your expenditure and invest the sum up front. Let's take an example to explain this. Say you earn £3,000 or $3,000 every month after tax. Your expenses are £1,000 and you simply invest the rest. The rate of return of your investment is about 10%, let's say, annually, which works out to be 0.8% per month. Now, if you invest regularly, that is £2,000 every month, over 2 years, your portfolio would grow and be worth around $52,670 at the end. And this works out to be about a 10% return. Now take the case with the 0% credit card for 2 years and shifting all expenses onto it until you reach your maximum balance of $12,000, then you start repayment. Note that you would still need to make minimum payments each month, so it's not as if we did not have to pay anything until we max out the credit card. Instead of showing you the numbers, I've got a nice little graph which is hopefully easier to follow. The x-axis represents the timeline in the number of months. There are 2 y-axes for scaling, so the left vertical axis is used to show the total value of debt repayments, investments and debt balance, while the right vertical axis is used to show the net worth of the portfolio. As you can see, initially the strategy focuses on investing as much as possible upfront while still repaying the minimum amount. That is until month 19, where the investing stops and a steep repayment profile is engaged. The debt is repaid fully in the 24th month. Now, using this strategy, the total wealth would hit around £54,055. Now, this may not seem like a lot more, but it turns out to be a 13% return. That's 3% more. So what's happening here is that we're using the principle of front-loading as much investment as possible in the early years to allow this investment to grow over time. This principle is similar to buying a house. You get a mortgage and have to pay interest on the loan. However, at the same time, the total value of your house may increase due to appreciation. This means that while the loan is costing you interest, it's also working for you and generating capital gains. The amount of equity you initially put in is quite low, but yet you're churning out returns on the whole asset and generating a substantial surplus. Now, this is known as leverage. Many people who are financially successful have learned how to use debt and leverage to their advantage. But that does not necessarily mean you have to take on debt to increase your wealth. But it's one of the ways to build wealth rapidly, however at a higher risk. At this stage, I think it's worth getting to the pros and cons of using this strategy to boost your wealth. So let's start with the pros. First of all, it's 0% interest rate. Need I say more? Yes, it's free money. Yes, free money. Number 2, in the long run, assuming you're managing debt properly, you will demonstrate your ability to borrow and repay, which should boost your credit score. However, in the short run, it might take a slight dip. I'll cover this bit in the cons section. Number 3, you get bigger gains. That's the whole point we're doing this, remember? Now, investing free money over 2 years means that instead of a return of 10%, you could actually make 13%, and that's because of the leverage and compounding effect. If you adopt this strategy over a long period, let's say 30 years, your wealth would increase by an extra 26%. So let's say you're investing £24,000 every year for 30 years. Your portfolio value would be 3.9 million. But if you adopted this strategy, you would actually earn 4.135 million. That's almost £200,000 more. Now onto the cons. There's no getting around it. This is a risky strategy. If you lose your primary income or miss out on your payment, in my contract, for example, the promotional offer would end right away and I would start to accrue interest payments immediately. To avoid this, I set up a direct debit, but I also have an emergency fund to fall back on. Because of the higher risk involved, if you can't manage your credit cards, I do not recommend doing this. But I did it because the maths worked out, and I did make 3% more than I would have if I just did not use the credit card. The other drawback here, and I mentioned this earlier, is your credit score. Now, your credit score can be temporarily negatively affected. There might be a slight dip in your credit score as your debt to available funds ratio increases. That's just saying that you've got a lot of debt at the moment. However, this is balanced out as you make regular payments, which covers at least your minimum payment. So in the long run, you should be fine. One of the questions you may ask is it possible to use any credit card? And the answer to that is yes, as long as you get the 0% interest rate and for a sufficiently long period of time, say 1.5 years or 2 years. Because remember, you have to work out your repayment plan so that you don't end up underpaying and incurring interest. Also, make sure to check your terms and conditions as to what circumstances can the credit card company start charging you interest. Another question you may have is whether it is possible to do this with other types of debt. As we saw previously, you probably will not be able to use a credit card to directly invest, as most investment platforms won't allow using credit to buy shares. However, there is a way around this, and this is known as money transfer credit cards, which, as the name suggests, allows you to transfer money from a credit card to a bank account, sometimes at 0% interest rate. However, there is a catch. Namely, there's a money transfer fee which can be around 3 to 4%. And because of this charge, this makes investment less attractive. The other option for using debt to trade is through margin trading. The principle is fairly simple. Say you have £10,000 and wish to invest £20,000 in stocks. The brokerage company offers you a loan of £10,000 to invest. So now you have your original £10,000 plus £10,000 loan to invest. This means now you can also get dividends and capital gains on a £20,000 portfolio. However, this increases your risk in case of the value of your investment fall too. Usually, there's a minimum ratio of equity relative to debt, known as the house margin ratio. Say this requirement is 30%, meaning that at any time your equity portion has to be greater than 30% of 20,000, which is around 6,000 in our example. And this is fine initially because you invested 10k in equity. But if the value of the investment falls below this threshold, then you would need to inject more cash or equity into the portfolio to restore that ratio. Otherwise, they have the right to sell you securities, which is the last thing you want to do if the stock market took a dive. To follow on our example, let's say you had your 10k equity in your 20k portfolio, and now your 10k equity falls to 5k because of a market crash. Now you no longer meet the 30% house margin ratio. If you don't inject cash, the lender can liquidate your assets until that ratio is maintained. This means selling 2.5k worth of shares to repay 2.5k worth of debt. And now you have 2.5k of equity and 7.5k of debt. This is a disaster because now you've lost a substantial amount of equity, and remember, you sold at a massive loss. And on top of that, you have to repay interest on the remaining loan, which brings me to the next part, interest rates. Have a look at this. They are by no means low, and at this rate I would not personally consider using this loan because you'd effectively have to generate a much higher return to cover for these interest rates. Another way of using leverage to invest is through leverage ETFs, which uses financial derivatives and debt to amplify daily returns or losses. So for example, if the S&P 500 gains 3% in one day, a 2x leverage ETF means now your portfolio is now 106% of its original value. If the index loses 3% the next day, the portfolio value is 94% of the previous day balance. Because of the way percentage is calculated on gains and losses and the rebalancing, this means that although the index went up 3% in the first day and went down 3% in the next day, the net effect is not zero, so it does not cancel each other out, but actually you end up making a slight loss here of 0.4%. PensionCraft gives an excellent overview of leverage ETFs, and I would recommend checking out this channel if you haven't already. That's it for me this week. I hope you find this video interesting. Let me know in the comments below what you use debt for. Also remember to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.